Why does atmospheric pressure affect weather and our daily life? Imagine standing outside and feeling a sudden change in how your head or joints feel. That's often linked to shifts in atmospheric pressure, which influences much more than just how we feel. It's a force created by the weight of the air above us pressing down on the Earth's surface. This pressure isn't constant. It varies with altitude, temperature, and humidity, and these changes play a big role in shaping the weather we experience every day. At sea level, atmospheric pressure is at its highest because there's more air stacked above pushing down. As you go higher up a mountain, the pressure drops because there's less air above. This is why mountain climbers feel thin air with less pressure and why airplanes need special equipment to handle these changes. We measure this pressure with a device called a barometer, which helps us understand what the weather might do next. When it comes to weather, high pressure areas from when air cools and sinks toward the surface. This sinking air warms up and keeps clouds from forming, leading to clear and calm days. On the other hand, low pressure zones happen when warm air rises. As it rises, it cools and condenses into clouds, often bringing rain or storms. So, the movement of air from high to low pressure is what causes wind, which moves weather systems around the globe. The rotation of the Earth influences how these high and low pressure areas circulate, creating patterns like trade winds and jet streams. High pressure systems usually bring dry, sunny weather, while low pressure systems tend to bring wet and stormy conditions. This movement of air from high to low pressure is what makes weather change from day to day and season to season. Pressure also affects temperature. When pressure goes up, temperatures tend to rise, and when it drops, temperatures fall. This relationship helps explain why mornings might be cooler or why certain weather patterns happen at specific times of the year. Weather forecasts relying on pressure readings because a rising barometer often signals improving weather, while a falling one can warn of an approaching storm. In daily life, changes in atmospheric pressure can even influence how we feel physically. Some people notice headaches or joint pain when the pressure drops quickly. This is because our bodies are sensitive to these changes. Pilots and meteorologists pay close attention to pressure because it helps them prepare for altitude adjustments and weather predictions. All these effects come from the basic principle of thermodynamics, where pressure is the force exerted by air molecules per unit area. This force drives air movement, temperature changes, and moisture behavior in the atmosphere. So, the next time you see a weather forecast mentioning high or low pressure systems, remember that these are key factors shaping the weather and our daily experiences. Understanding pressure units and how they relate to weather helps us see the world in a new light, showing how simple forces can have a big impact on life around us.